Good morning, everybody. At 4 o'clock, 21st of February in 2022, I and my family, the same as millions of Ukrainian people, woke up due to rocket explosions. My first feelings, you scared that it was the end, that every next meeting could be the last meeting for your family. It was the main target from Russia to sow fear and despair inside of each of us, and it was their biggest mistake. After a few awful minutes, I received a call from my logistic manager. She also asked, Sasha, what to do? And you know, it was like a call to action. We had our plan what to do and how to react in situation, with whom communicate and how to support team. We started our fight with uncertainty, fear and numbers. We started our way to victory. The main steps what were done. First of all, stay in touch with your people 24 hours. From the very beginning, we settled morning and evening supply chain team calls to be updated with external factors, situation in our company, and company's decision. Status of agreed earlier actions, but the most important, to support each other, to get feedback via and how we can help, to know that all alive. Second, follow agreed action plan. We developed the action plan on a crisis situation on a very detailed level, and it saved our lives and our company. We redirect stopped incoming flow of goods from suppliers. We changed routes of our trucks from cities where it was already under Russia's fire to the west and south part of our country. Most important, we evacuated our people to the more safe places. This plan helped us the first few days survive and to develop next steps. Third one, to start your operational processes even from scratch. It helped us not to think every time about hell around us. By doing usual work, it gradually returns the confidence that we can win. What challenges in supply chain we faced during the last 15 months? A lot of suppliers and producers were totally destroyed the first days of the war. Not enough trucks, not enough drivers, deficits of fuel, no sea connection, import logistic providers afraid to deliver to Ukraine, a lot of roads under Russia's fire, destruction of warehouses, instability of regular operations of state authorities, tax, border, veterinary were not functioning. Our team all around the country or out of country without stable connection to our systems. How we were dealing with mentioned above issues. To be lean and efficient, Metro were working on the processes centralization and automation. Before war, we had centralized goods inbound flow on a level of 81%. 81% of company's assortment were delivered to stores via our ambient and fresh platform. The same with ordering processes. More than 70% of orders were done by special ordering system by central ordering team. These processes were non-functional and not workable with Russia invasion. We did full centralization, direct deliveries to stores, direct orders from store to suppliers, and we use some of our stores alike to warehouse center. And it was possible to realization in few days. We tripled quantity of our suppliers to cover availability of critical products, and we significantly increased our import share of assortment. As for the import, before war, 80% of export, and 20% of imports passed via port in Odessa. With Russia invasion, this cargo flow should find alternative way. What happened? Not enough trucks and drivers. Our border checkpoints were blocked by trucks with grain. Just for your understanding, one sea ship delivers the same volume that equal to 1,000 trucks. To continue to provide Ukrainians with necessary goods, we found alternative seaports. It is Constanta and it is Klaipeda. Initiated changes to existing legislation related to tax, customs and veterinary, how to speed up processes of clearance, make it more efficient and applicable where business needed. As an example, goods clearance directly on border checkpoint, Veterinary service 24/7 on border check, tax payment holidays. Our government supported this and other similar initiatives and did temporary changes in legislation. Truck availability and transportation cost. As I mentioned before, a lot of trucks and drivers were taken to the military service. As the Metro, we also gave more than 30 trucks for army needs. Russia destroys our oil refineries and storages. It leads to huge deficit of fuel during more than 3 months. Prices grows up by 3 times. Lead time for import increased from 3-5 days pre-war period till 14-21 days in first months of the war time due to situation on border and curfew in Ukraine. What we done? Ordering by pallet volume per SKU. Increased number of transport providers. 24/7 good receiving window from store side. And the most important, we have long history in cooperation with our logistic providers. And our partners did the best to provide service to us during this difficult time. Warehouse operations. We have 2 partners who provides to Metro 3PL service, one for dry and non-food assortment, other for fresh and ultra-fresh products. Warehouse with fresh, ultra-fresh was occupied by Russians from the first days of the war. Actions from our side. Only direct deliveries to stores. Usage some of our stores, what you see behind me, as a warehouse for import inbound. At the same time, Russians began to destroy warehouses on purpose. During first weeks of the war, more than 400,000 square meters of storage capacities were destroyed. That's why we removed all our stock from dry warehouse to our stores. Stores located on west part of Ukraine. It was more than 8,000 pallets, and we did this shift during 10 days. It was really hell of work to do. Also, to be on a safe side, we opened new warehouse with our partner on west part of Ukraine. After removal of Russians from territory around Kyiv, we again started process of centralization of our orders and inbound flow. We again on a level of 83% of goods coming from our warehouses compared to 81 pre-war period, 87% centralization of ordering versus 72 of pre-war time. We finished process of suppliers and assortment matrix actualization, and now we are in a process of stores planogram updating. Few words about availability. Before war, we were fighting to be on a level 95 plus of SKU availability on our shelves. In May 2022, we were really happy to balance on a level 50%, and to have this 50%, it was a huge challenge. Our result in April 2023, it was already 92, and we reached 96 for HoReCa-related assortment. To describe this long story in a few words, I would say that we are past our way from having well-automated and efficient processes before war to fully manual and not stable business at all in first days of the start of the war. Then we again started our movement towards automation, optimization, with hard influence of external factors due to the continuation of the war. And you know why? Because we are a great team. During first months after the war started, the people's resources were reallocated according to prioritization of retail processes. It was no separation between function, it was no separation between departments, no separation between head office and stores. We are doing our job from any place and any location, from home, from shelter, from underground station, from bathroom, because it's a safe place. We are doing our job sometimes as usual, and very often under Russians' air attack. We have gone from -70 in sales at the beginning of the war to pre-war turnover today, and from 13 stores in operations to 24. We were cash positive from second month of the war, and after 6 months, we paid all our duties to all our partners, including overseas partners. we are showing continuous growth of on-time, in full deliveries, and these are back up to 90% from 50 ones. We have set our strategy for the next 7 years, and all our main KPIs and strategic KPIs are above target and above our expectation. Now I know we could do everything, and we are doing our best to come closer to our victory, and it will be our victory. Thank you.